I'm Jim Batten. This is my wife, Bonnie Batten, and we've lived in Matthews for 25 years, had a wonderful home that we were raised our children in, and we were looking to sell. And as we were looking in the marketplace, we came upon a great realtor and somebody who we knew we could trust and rely on. It was Jane Cross, and she did a great job in helping us sell our home in record time for full price. And we've been very impressed with she and her team. Jane was somebody who had actually stood out to us. I had known her previously when my son was looking for a home in Charlotte, and she was actually engaged on that purchase. And she was just so tenacious and so active in the market, available 24/7. Knowledgeable of the market completely, had presented us with homes before they actually even came out on the listing, the night that they went live, I guess electronically. And so she really left an indelible impact, you know, as somebody who's been in sales and marketing. And in the career path, I know that it's really hard to find somebody who's at the top of their game. We felt in working with Jane, seeing her reputation and her work, and her energy and her expertise, that we were really in good hands when it came to sell our beloved 25-year-old home.
On selling, like I said, she really was so spot on with our home, what we needed to do to sell it so it wouldn't sit long on the market, and taking recommendations off house sold in 3 days, and we were so pleased. And she's just, like my husband said, very tenacious and very caring, and very, we can trust Jane that she's telling us the right things to do.
When she came to the house, she made it very, very clear. She brought her information, she told us what the comps were, she gave us an assessment of the house.
Very thorough.
She was very thorough, she was very spot on. She gave us an ironclad guarantee, which of course is hard to find in today's day and age. And she's so persuasive and so professional, we felt very confident that she would honor her promises, and she did. She actually delivered on everything that she had promised us, which of course is extremely rare. She had a team of experts that could come in and make an assessment, so she did bring in members of her team. They gave us recommendations, and they gave us a cost of what it would take and how long it would take to kind of spruce it up, bring it up into the new age that would be attractive, and that process went very well. The costs were contained, the work was done very well, and certainly when the house went live on a Saturday, we actually had 4 or 5 showings by Monday and 2 full price offers. So those recommendations and the team that she works with were just so proficient, so spot on, so in touch with what it takes to be effective today to sell a house, that it really did wonders for us. Jane approaches the transaction in a very professional business manner. She knows that's your home. She knows you have a lot of emotion and a lot of memories around a home. But we were open-minded to know that she was really the expert, and the suggestions that she was making was not anything against our home or anything to be taken personally. It was just really her spot-on knowledge and hands-on knowledge of the current market and what works and what doesn't work. So all of the suggestions were taken well. You know, we implemented those suggestions without hesitation, and it paid big dividends.
I think a team brings different aspects to your house, and I think it's much better than one person doing it all. Because Jody was such an expert on how to present it, and then the other gentlemen really worked hard in implementing what Jody said needed to be done.
And the gentleman who did the photography, whose name I don't know, but I know that he's an integral part of the team. He was just incredible. I can't tell you how many people, not only in our local community, but across the states, who looked at that video and Googled our address and said they had never seen a presentation so dynamic as that presentation. You think it would have won some kind of an award.
We were amazed when we saw our own
But yeah,
virtual tour.
that virtual tour, and even the person who bought the house at the closing just said she's kept that tour and she shows it to everybody and she keeps on relishing in it every time she sees it. So I think the combination of having those experts, from the photographer to the stage designer to the people that come in and do the nitty-gritty work, having that team to be at the ready, to be 100% committed to deliver on what they say, is just head and shoulders above other people.
To me, I would recommend Jane because she's really trustworthy and she's honest and she's tenacious and she is very enthusiastic about selling your home. And like my husband said, she really knows the business and she knows what people are looking for in the market and what they don't want in the market. And I think that's so important, that she really has your interests at heart in order to sell your home. And we really like that she was honest.
And she's a farmer's daughter. I mean, how can you not hire a farmer's daughter to sell your house? I mean, it's just so wholesome. But no, the reality is that we saw her on the buying side and on the selling side. We were just really so impressed with an overall level of professionalism and knowledge.
Very professional.
Hardworking, very ethical, very straightforward, doesn't sugarcoat things, but really, kind of delivers the message that buyers, I think, and sellers need to hear. In today's market, with the demands on both sides of the equations, I think you really need an expert that you can trust and rely on. You can take her guidance and you can know that it's being given in a way to allow you to have a positive outcome.